Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. And what I want to do is I'm just going to dive right in. So, hey, everybody, welcome. This is Sean Donahoe, and I've got some very cool stuff to share with you today. We're going to go over the proven three-step, 10 minutes a day, six-figure, unconventional recession-proof online business that unlocks 500 to 5K days. That was a mouthful. So, this is all from one skill that, when mastered, means you'll never worry about money again. And all done without products, marketing, traffic, all of the craziness, and tapping into an industry that is worth about $3.68 trillion dollars, or will be as it grows. So, with that being said, let me just turn on the webcam here. Want to make sure you can see me and everything else. So, okay, that looks like it's working. So, all right, listen, what you can expect out of this trading, you're not going to walk away and make 10K next week. This isn't some get rich quick scheme. This is build wealth over time. Okay. Now, you will discover one of the fastest and easiest proven ways to generate consistent income, and you will discover how you can do this wherever you are in the world, regardless of experience. Now, you will learn how to do this profitably without staring at the screens all day. It only takes 10 minutes, as that's for me. First, maybe a little longer, but hey, the whole point is you get it done, move on with the rest of your day. Okay. And you will see some real results from real students following these simple, proven, easy to follow rules that we'll cover in this. And yes, we're going to give you the exact strategy here in this webinar. So, question is, if I could show you a way, and a proven way to generate 5K, 10K, 20K a month, or even 500 to 5K days, and it only took 10 to 15 minutes a day without products, selling funnels, practical customers, something that is 100% recession proof, and you can do this anywhere in the world on your phone, would you be interested? Now, if you didn't already know, big elephant in the room, yes, I am a trader. And trading is just like any other business you could imagine. It is input, process, output. That's exactly it. And trading is actually one of the most simple businesses you can create. Imagine a business you can start today with minimal costs. You only need one skill, not loads of you know, crazy skills that you need for almost any other type of online business. You have everything you need already if you're watching this webinar. It's one of the hottest growing industries ever, and you don't need some marketing. You can operate this from anywhere in the world, doesn't matter on time zone. This has created more millionaires than any other industry, and this is something you can do, 100% starting now. Doesn't matter where you are, beginner or old veteran like me. Okay, and this is especially true if you've never traded before. You don't need any experience to start. Now, there's a lot of BS in the trading industry, just like the marketing world, and it sucks. It really does. It's kind of why I do this in many ways. But what we're about to show you can be learned by anyone. It does have a learning curve, but again, the basics can be learned very fast. This ignores what's happening in the market. Like I said, doesn't matter who's in the Oval Office, what is happening in Greenland, for example, or was just happening in Davos. And it really doesn't matter. If the markets move, we have opportunities. That's all we care about. And we're going to show you how everything works in this training. And we're going to show you proof. And again, we bring a business mindset to everything we do. And here's one thing, it's very important. And you can hear me bang this drum a lot. Once you know how to do this, you will never worry about money again. Now, what we're gonna cover is like anything you've ever seen before. Okay. And if there's a better, faster, or easier way to build a real online income, I haven't found it. But this is where we get to. So here's the thing. AI. We all know AI is the biggest wealth opportunity of our lifetime. And currently, the industry just by itself is worth about $757 billion. But the estimate, and this is from Preston's research, is that this entire industry will grow to 3.68 trillion by 2034. That's a 5x increase. And everyone knows AI is big, but most people have no idea how to actually profit from it. So where's what most people get wrong? They're looking for the next Chat GPT wrapper, the new whiz bang AI super tool or app, all the AI powered startups and shiny new AI products, most of which, 90% of which, will fail within the next 2 years. You see, for me, the real money is in the infrastructure, the tools and the infrastructure behind everything you see on the front end. That's where the real money is. You see, AI chips like NVIDIA, Broadcom, data centers, cloud, quantum computing. Basically, this is the picks and shovels of this literal gold rush right now for AI. See, NVIDIA didn't build ChatGPT, they built the chips that power it and almost every other AI out there. Their stock is up $1,381 in just 5 years. Don't chase apps. Own the infrastructure. That's the core thing. Now, even people who think, oh, I want to get a slice of this pie, so to speak, they fail when it comes to profiting from AI stocks, which is where I live. Okay. And this is why. They buy individual AI stocks and hope that they go up. They buy and hold for years, capitals tie up, no income from that. They're chasing headlines and hype, buy high, sell low, and they end up risking everything on one stock going in the right direction. That's gambling. That is not a business. See, what we do is very different. There's a much better way. What if we could profit from the AI stocks without picking the right winners, without holding for years and hoping and praying, without needing the market to go up, without risking everything on one stock? Let me show you what we do, because it's really all about, again, 75% win rate, 50% profit target, one of our core things, and 35 to 45 days cycles. So here's what we do every day. We scan our AI quantum list. Again, we're after very specific stocks. That's what I look for. I look where the money is, where the money is moving. This is my golden rule. Wherever the money is where Sean will be. And this only takes 15 to 20 minutes, if that. In fact, by the time I'm done with my first cup of coffee, usually I'm done within 10 minutes. It takes a little time to get up to that kind of speed, to be honest. And then we find a very specific qualified setup, and we then deploy a profit package. Now, a profit package is quite literally just that. It's a profit package. And then we deploy that into the market in a certain way. And here's the thing. If we're right, we get paid within generally 19 to 15 days, collecting 50% profits or more. And we are right 75% of the time. Then guess what? We rinse and repeat every weekday. Do it again, get another position, and this creates your rolling basket, as we call it, which after time starts paying you profits because it's paid its money and it's dropping it back straight into your account. Very good things. And one of the best things about this is you can get started without any special skills or experience, without products or services, without selling anything, without having an audience, building a website or funnel, driving web traffic, any large commitment of time, and without massive risk. And this is all based on what I've been doing every day for the last 26 years. Now, there's two types of people that are watching this, I expect. Type A is you want to build an online income and you're not sure what to do. Or B, you may want to make money with trading. You just need a little help, little refinement, little direction. So trading is the perfect online business. And here's what I'm going to give you 5 reasons. First one is this is a solo sport, meaning you don't need to rely on anyone else. You don't need any employers. You don't need to find clients, don't need to find customers. Like I've said, once you know how to trade, you'll never worry about money again. And once you learn this skill, no one can take it away from you. Okay, reason number 2, doesn't matter what the economy is doing. If it's going up, down, sideways, we can make money from this no matter what. Doesn't matter what's going on in the markets, who's in the Oval Office. Doesn't matter what's going on anywhere. As long as the money is moving, we can get our slice. Now, here's reason number 3. No building websites, writing copy, driving traffic, all of those other things, all those different hats you wear and all those after skills you master that continuously change. Yeah, you only need to be good at one skill, and as you'll see, it's easy to learn. And reason number 4, you can do this in 10 to 15 minutes a day or less. Even if it took 30 minutes, that'd be fine. And then once you're done with it, you could potentially earn way more than you ever did with a job. And with only 10 to 15 minutes a day, that means the entire day is yours. All right. Reason number 5, and this is the most important one. If you do what I do, you're going to get the results I get. Now, you see, I know a lot of people in the development world, the coaching world, and everything else, and they're very good at what they do. But their students struggle to get the same results. Why? The one thing you can't teach is experience. Well, with what we're doing, we're looking at the same rule set, and it's very checkbox simple. It's very algorithmic, if you will. If this happens, then do that. And that's it. If we're looking at the same data with the same rules, we're going to do the same actions and get the same results. The numbers may be vastly different, but did get the same results, which means you can do this without having to worry about gaining a lot of experience and everything else. Now, the AI sector is incredible. While everyone else chases, like I said, the chat GPT headlines, the real money, funnily enough, is not just AI, but this hidden sector behind it. It's coming up. And there's quantum computing stocks, which when that becomes mainstream is going to accelerate. Well, it's going to be the biggest driver of AI for the next 5, 10, maybe 20 years. And some of these computing companies that are coming up, again, early stage development, quantum computing, Quantum Computing Inc. up 1,562%. Rigetti, and I'm probably saying that wrong, up 882%. IonQ up 238% just in 2024 alone. The quantum market projection is 1 billion right now, 1.6 billion to $100 billion. And that's the McKinsey projects within the next 10 years. It's McKinsey research. That's incredible. And that's why I say that's the big, big money area right there. So yeah, a lot going on there. Now, with that being said, everything we do is based around some very simple core principles. And we want to find the money movement. So outside of all of that, that's why it doesn't matter if the market's going up, down, or sideways. Again, with what we do, very mechanical, 75% win rate, 50% profit target, and automatically closing to cash. So there's 2 types of people that teach trade, okay? The 20-somethings that are good in front of the camera and half are outright scams. They all live in their mother's basement and they haven't seen a bear market in their life. And then you've got the supposed Wall Street guru who gave up his life of Lambos and Wall Street to teach the little guy. Well, listen, no one's mistaken me for 20-something anymore, and I've never worked for Goldman Sachs. I'm neither of those, okay? I come from a tiny little island off the north tip of Scotland. I didn't want to stay there because it was not, fishing and farming is not my lexicon. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not me. So I went to America, $5 in my pocket and half a suitcase with big plans and big goals. Now, it took a lot of work to get where I am. And you know what? No one really cares about my backstory. So I'm just going to give you the back of the envelope version. So the very, very, very quick version was I started off as a chef and working in a real estate company and surrounded by a lot of very, very wealthy people who, while I was picking their brains, told me to buy and hold, sell for a massive profit. So I bought Yahoo at 97. This was in the late 90s, and I was already spending the money in my head, and then it didn't go according to plan. This is right at the end of the dot-com bubble. So money started to plummet. All my life savings started to disappear out the bloody window. And they're telling me, hey, hold, don't worry, it'll come back. It's just a temporary thing. Just hold on. After it dived more, and then it continued to crash. And then, funnily enough, Yahoo took 17 years to recover, but I'd long since sold it. It was only 8K, but it was a lot for me at that time. But it didn't dampen my enthusiasm for trading. But I did learn that buy and hold is absolutely an awful strategy for most people. See, it took me a long time to get profitable. I tried everything, went down every rabbit hole, tried to pick up every book on trading. And honestly, most of it was absolute crap. And it took me a long time to get to where I was. So I started in 99 very badly. 2003, started to make some profits. 2006, a full 7 years later, I got some consistency. By 2016, people started asking what I do, and I taught a few people who were interested. But since 2022, I decided I actually really enjoyed teaching this and started taking it seriously. So my intent for you is to skip all that pain, headaches, hassles, and BS. And I've taught people with zero experience. I've taught people starting with very small accounts, and most of them at least started out working around a full-time job. But what's next? Well, this is my life now. I'll never have to work again if I don't want to. My kids are grown up. I've had some personal life changes. So I moved to paradise and said, to hell with it. I'm going to retire. Now, I did try retirement for, I think, 6 months until I was starting to go a little crazy. So I started getting well, now what? So I decided, okay, what's next? I'll impact lives. And I'm so confident that I could teach anyone with a bit of patience and determination to replace their full-time income trading very, very part-time. Like I said, just 10 to 15 minutes a day. So the strategy for a 30,000-foot view is very simple. We scan that select list each morning, see if there's any infrastructures. Now, I got a very specific list of AI and quantum computing stocks. We'll be talking about this in a few more moments. And I go through that very quickly, flick, 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 flick. One click, one click, one click. Yes, yes, yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes. Find a setup. And if we do, we deploy the profit package, which when we find a qualified setup for a trade on an AI or quantum computing stock, we deploy that profit package. And then we automatically set it to close for X amount of profit and walk away. The rest of the day is ours. That's really it. And again, trades close automatically when they hit their target anytime between now and 35, 45 days. And once you've done that, you've got the foundation for your business. We then find another one tomorrow, if there is one, find another one the next day, if there is a setup. And then we have this stack, this basket of profit-producing profit packages starting to pay us consistently over time. And then that's it. You've got a profitable online business. Now, the Rebel AI formula is really a shortcut to wealth without worry. Now, with that being said, there's 4 core rules that we really focus on as a Rebel trader. First of all, this isn't Vegas. We don't gamble. Most people, a lot of people have this misnomer that the stock market or anything like that, it's all a casino, but it really isn't. It's a business doing billions of dollars a day. Well, we go in there with a business plan and treat it like a business. And we're not going to swing for the fences on every trade. Not one trade is going to make us highly wealthy. It's a series of trades over time. It's the business. It's the flywheel of your business. The main thing is when the trade sets up, the trade goes on. If the bull's coming at it, we'll take a swing. Now, you will sometimes lose. It's okay because your winners vastly outnumber the losers, and that's where the profit is. And progress is very, very essential. Practicing this and everything else, Progress creates success and profits. But listen, what if I told you you could be wrong 50% more than you were right and still make an amazing living trading, even starting with a small account? Okay. Now I'm going to prove that beyond the shadow of a doubt, but shortly I'm going to show you how to trade this. But before we do, let's start with the basics. Is this going up or down? That's one of the important things. Just doesn't matter what the instrument is, time frame, just look at it. Is it going up or down? Well, it's trending up from the bottom left towards the top right. So then we are buying. That's the direction of the trend. The money is flowing upwards. So we'll get into that in a little more detail later. But first, the blue line is where the price is right now. If we're right, the price should hit this level. If we're wrong, price comes down here. Well, it's time to get out. So if it hits the red line, we were wrong. Boom, get out. Okay. We never hold on to our losers. Now, this is an asymmetrical risk to reward. Okay. Now, it sounds like a fancy term, but really means is if this trade is successful, we'll win more than we lose. Okay. We have a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. We call this asymmetrical. Okay. Just for reference. Now, if we pick it wrong and it gets to our stop loss, we lose 100. If we're right, well, we gain 200. In other words, that's our risk to reward ratio. We risk $100 to possibly make $200. Okay. And in this case, this particular trade, it was successful and we got our money and off we go. Great. Now, let's imagine that you're not very good. In fact, you're wrong more often than you're right, 50% more often. Okay. So for every 2 trades you get right, you get 3 more wrong. And we trade twice a day, 60 trades a month. Okay. So we find 2 opportunities a day. Okay, great. Now let's say that we're starting just for simple math, $5,000 in capital. You don't have to. I'm just using this for easy numbers. And you risk $100 per trade, 2-to-1 risk ratio, which means we win $200 risking 100. Okay, like we said. So how does that play out? Well, let's just say, hey, for the first 5 days, okay, so far we got 2 right, 3 wrong, just like we just outlined. Then from there, another week, okay, so far $200. Week 3, $300. Week 4, by the time we got to 60 trades for the month, total profit $1,200. Not bad on 5,000. So we risked $100 per trade, got it wrong more than we got right, and made 24% profit. Now, it doesn't end there. This is where it gets interesting. Einstein said, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And he's bloody right. What if we reinvest our profits? Well, now instead of $5,000, we've got $6,200. We got 24% more capital, which means we can risk 24% more. So instead of $100 per trade, we risk $120. And with a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, our winners would be 248 instead of 200. So we're earning a little bit more. So let's work that out. Week 1, up $124. 24% more. So on and so forth. Week 2, go to the end, $1,488. Our new balance is now $7,688. Now, I won't bore you going through every month trade by trade, but let's just fast forward a little bit. Month 1, we had 6,200 in total with a $1,200 profit. Month 2, 1,488. That's taken us to 7,688, and so on and so forth. By 6 months, we're up to $18,000. And again, a monthly profit of $3,500. Now, end of the year, that's $12,000 a month. And we're up to $66,000 in total. Now, by month 18, you're making $46,000 a month. That flywheel is starting to spin. That snowball is really growing as you roll it down the hill. This is what it's all about. And then by your ending balance after 18 months, $240,000. Now that's, like I said, taking small trades, started with 5,000, just 2% risk per trade, got it wrong 50% more often than you got it right, and built a $46,000 a month business within 18 months. Not too bloody bad. But don't have $5,000? Okay, let's just imagine you started with $2,500 and you only built a $26,000 a month income in the same time. Bummer. Now, before we get too carried away, that was a math lesson. Okay. The point is that you can be highly profitable without having to pick it right every time or anywhere close to it. Trading can be highly profitable, but building a 46K a month business right out the gate might be a little bit of a challenge. But imagine if you just did a fraction of that. Would you be more happy with 10K a month or something like that? You see, for me, it's about the growth over time, the compounded average return. Okay. So for a lot of what I do, starting small, again, from January 2022 to 25, I turned 100K into 3.1 million. Okay. But that's just over 4 years, letting it grow and compound and do what I do. Now, one of the best things about this is you can actually paper trade. You can practice all of this. And it's one of the very important things we're going to be doing next week. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But paper trading allows you to practice your entire business without risking a bloody dime. You can, unlike, I can't open up a shoe shop on a high street or in a shopping mall without renting a place, getting all the stock, getting all the staff, getting all the training, the marketing, the point of sale, everything else that has to go into that, utilities, insurance. I can't pretend to do that. I can't go to them and say, hey, can I borrow this empty shop to sell pretend shoes to pretend customers that I've pretended to market? Doesn't make sense. But with trading, we can see all the live data. We can see all the stuff as it happens, practice just and paper trade it, practice the entire thing to prove to ourselves not only does it work, but we can do it. And like I said, we'll talk about that in a few moments a little bit more. But this is why it's so powerful. This is changing everything. And tied to the AI and quantum computing industry, it really is just accelerating everything. So don't just take my word for it. Here's some real results from real students of what they're saying. For example, Bobby's got 3 kids. And, it takes him 20 minutes a day with his morning coffee. My best month so far, 7 wins out of 8 trades, $3,800. My wife finally believes me that, this is the one. And James stuck in this 11 months trading with the Rebel system. And I handed him my notice last month, which is absolutely awesome. 85% win rate for him. I lost 47,000 in the 2022 crypto crash. And again, doing what we're doing, I've recovered my losses and added another $31,000. The difference, I know my max loss before every trade. That's some other things we teach. As an engineer, I need to see the math. When Sean showed me the 84% win rate backed by 400 plus trades, and you could see that all the previous trades, something clicked. I've been trading for 9 months now, 71 trades, 61 winners, 10 losses. Not bad. And the system isn't magic, it's statistics, and statistics don't lie. And so on and so forth. And again, I got loads and loads of people who say how much they love what we do. But what exactly is it that we do? Well, here's the thing. On February 2nd, this coming Monday, we go live with a 3-day masterclass with 2 bonus days, so 5 in total. And we're going to help them build wealth without worry live with me. And I'm in 100% live. We're going to do this amazing masterclass. And again, this is how to extract consistent profits from the $785 billion AI industry. And this is the first time we share this outside of a few select students in my own little circle. But this is not for everyone. I mean, do you have at least 10 to 15 minutes a day you can spare? Except, obviously just weekdays, not the weekends. Can you do that? If so, well, maybe this is for you. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You do understand that you'll not be perfect on day one. You will make mistakes, and that's okay. That's you learning. And will you be willing to overcome hurdles and learn how to improve, even on a demo account without risking a dime? I think most people should be. If not, it's definitely not for you. Do you understand that there is risk, as there is in any business? And are you willing to invest time and money into making it work? If so, good. Okay. And are you an action taker? Even if it's not in your comfort zone, even if this is a completely new topic. If so, then let me tell you what we're going to be doing. So, day one is going to be setting the foundation, introduction to the program, strategy overview, going into a little more detail about how this all works, the tools of the trade to get you set up, what we call production line trading, and then the one skill that you need to know. Okay. So, getting started the right way. Day two is the trick about how do we actually determine that there is a valid trade? How do we qualify all that? So we look for the one pattern, what we call the rebel breakdown, how to hijack the market, how to paper trade this risk-free, and then how to reduce risk to maximize profits. Very, very powerful. Day three builds on that. The automatic close to cash income, how we set this up, how we can do this 45 to 120 times faster. The two-click profit hub. How do we deploy those profit packages? The midday swipe, end of day cash out, and how to develop the millionaire mindset, the trader mindset, if you will. And then we have 2 awesome bonus days of trade. Now, day 4 is the most important day of all. This is where we take everything we built on the first 3 days and take it to the next level. We're going to be sharing how we use AI to trade AI stocks. We're going to be talking about what we call the Hive, the Profit Amplifier, the VIP Concierge, what I do, and how this is a fraction of the world that you're about to step into. So, and then obviously next steps and stuff like this. But like I said, this is the most important one of all. And then day 5 is a free reign Ask Sean Anything session. So it's a live Q&A with me. If there's any stumbling blocks, confusion, obstacles that can help you get around, this is the session to do that with. Nothing held back. You can ask me anything. Look under the hood of all the different things that I do, how I do it, and everything else. Recap and focus, a live review. And here's the thing. During this, we will be giving away $1,000 to fund someone's business. We do that at the end of the live masterclass. It might be you, but you collect a code at the end of every session. So watch through the session, everything else, collect your code. And then on Friday, we'll show you how to potentially win. And then we announce the winner on Sunday on a little kind of ending session, if you will, before we wrap everything up for the masterclass. So we've got some extra bonuses as well for you. So first one is you've got the core masterclass. That's the wrong date. I was going to do it in March. I made it February 2nd. 2 additional bonus days of training. You have a private Discord group where we do everything. That's worth $297 by itself. Session transcript. So after every session, we'll create a live transcript and cliff notes as well. So again, break everything down, the entire session, into quick notes and everything else so that you can refer to it, extract the prime gold out, so you will. So the summaries, executive summaries, and any bullet point items, yada, 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 all in one document. So like I said, you also do the Ask Me Anything bonus session, additional seats. So if you want to bring partner, spouse, we've got people who bring their kids in, we get 2 seats for one, which is very cool. And you get 48 hours access to any replay. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. We've got a couple of days to catch up if you need to, but you need to be quick because those replays disappear pretty bloody quick, except if they're you. I'll explain that in a moment. So we're going to also do this, and this is very cool. We're going to take all of the items that would be in this file, okay, and put it in one big bundle. Big ass bundle. I'm going to tell you exactly what we're doing here. So let's have a look at all of the different upgrades and all the different levels we're adding into this mega bundle. So the first upgrade is the red carpet VIP. So you get the foundation, the masterclass, everything else we just discussed. Plus, you're going to have after every main masterclass, those in the red carpet group will get an extended session. We'll do that live on one of my private Zoom rooms. And this is more intimate, more focused, and we'll go just that little bit further on every topic. So this builds on it, whatever we cover in day or in the session, and then we go further, live Q&A, and you can tell on the webcam if you want. Like I said, it's a little more intimate, and this is really where we take things even further. On top of that, you get a comprehensive workbook and toolkit, 30 days access to the recordings, and a private Discord channel where we'll also do trade reviews for 30 days as well. So if you got a setup or what have you, boom, can look over it and say, yep, that's it, you got it, and stuff like that. On top of that, so you get everything in the foundation plus the red carpet. We also have the inner circle, which is a level beyond, which includes extra training, the 4 candles quick hit, the starting block range overview, the 10x accelerator method, plus the mobile lifestyle accelerator. All of those will be recorded after the masterclass. You get lifetime access to the materials and recordings, private inner circle only Discord group, 30 days email access to me. See, my private clients pay anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 to have me on speed dial. You get 30 days. And again, you got any questions, you just ask. Now, on top of that, you also get access to the original masterclass and elite status in the community because everyone knows you're part of the inner circle elite. That's worth $9,491 just by itself. Now, on top of that, you also get the trifecta. This is my other masterclasses as well. First one being the full trend flow formula method, which is how I trade crypto. You get that masterclass, plus the previous, and I'll just go down from those, just some of the results and how bloody well it works. $4.2 million strategy from 20 trades at a profit factor of 9.471, which is incredible, by the way. And again, again, just other student successes and what have you. I was going to say, like $5,000. This gentleman actually retired from his main job and got first winners as a beginner, 5.5 and 7.6% profits. Again, this is with some of our core training. Again, this is someone who never traded before who's having success. The yellow brick formula, you also get this worth $2,499. This is how to trade micro caps and how we turn small amount of money into 1.2 million with that strategy as well. So you get this masterclass, all the upgrades, plus, so that's red carpet, inner circle, plus the trifecta here where you get my other areas I trade. And then on top of that, got one special. This is a new thing we're doing in our masterclasses. We're going to be doing what we call the profit protocol. Now, here's the thing. After we're done with this masterclass, I'm going to take a select group over in the profit protocol area, and we're going to do an extra layer, an extra strategy. It's going to be like a 4-hour masterclass. We'll do it like in an afternoon. It's a little extended, but this is what I'm focusing on for 2026. This is my big bloody thing. So we're going to reveal how this all works. What is the profit protocol? How this builds on and is supplementary to what we're talking about in this masterclass. But this is a strategy I'm very excited about. It's something I've been testing for a long, and researching for a long number of months. But like I said, this is the big thing I'm working on. So we're going to be talking about all of that, how it works, the SBR Foundation that generates a 87% win rate. We'll be talking about how to implement this, session 3. This is all in one day, by the way. It's like split up through the day. And then we'll get down into the weeds, how this all works, how it all structures. And then again, this is an example, just actually in the last couple of weeks, from just the end of the year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins. Just count that again. 9 wins. 2 losses. And that's just in the last few days. That's 2026 to date. And this is what it's all about. So very, very bloody powerful. This really is uh when you put all this in context, it's really absorbing you into my entire bloody world. And the Profit Protocol, I would say this is the pinnacle of 25 plus years of doing this. And with some of the stuff I'm working on right now, it'll blow your mind. But it's also one of the most powerful accelerators for success I've ever put together. So I can't overemphasize this, but again, you'll get the accelerator priority application as well. And then we've also got the top secret preview. I'm going to give you a preview into what my top end students, my premium program, how they're doing it, the SBR option strategy that we're talking about here. Again, this is something quite insane. This generated over, well, you can see here, average trade win 547K, profitable months, 85% of all months over 4 years were profitable, a total return of 104,986%, a profit factor of 1.92, which is incredible. And again, this generated millions and millions and millions of dollars. This is what I'm going to break down, show you how it all works. It create this again, based on all live data and a collapsible account. Yeah, $104 million generated with 4 years of live data. So we're going to show you all that, all of this bundled together. I mean, this entire thing's worth $2,988 just by itself. And when you see how all this, just this alone, is $497 retail. And all of these, again, even the trifecta is $297 by itself. So you can see there's a lot of value in this. So you can see just how much potential there is with this. I mean, this is really the pinnacle of 26 years of doing this, breaking complex things down into simple bite-sized chunks, and then creating the foundation we can build an empire on. So here's what you get. You're going to get the 5-day masterclass with the 2 bonus days of training. So it's 3 plus 2 total. You'll get the private Rebel AI Discord group, the session transcripts, the cliff notes, the Ask Me Anything bonus sessions, the additional partner and spouse seat, and 48 hours replay access. You can go to the link below.me/early to lock in your space. That's over $12,876 worth of kit, and it's only $499 today. If you'd bought the whole lot separately, it's $999. You are getting a 50% discount, and you get all the upgrades, the red carpet VIP, the inner circle elite, the trifecta, and the Profit Protocol 1-day intensive. Now, here's the thing. Before the sprint, confused and frustrated, disappointed with the lack of results and relying on so-called experts who really don't know what the hell they're doing, getting stuck or lost and wanting to quit. I don't want that to be you. See, after the sprint, you'll be leveraging a proven system, predictable, sustainable online revenue, easy to follow process. It's checkbox simple and build real wealth without worry. Now, here's the thing. If you change nothing, nothing will change. I can't make the change happen without you going there, locking in your epic discount of a bundle. Again, instead of paying $1,000 for everything together separately, you get, let me say that again, without paying for everything separately would cost you $999. We're bundling this all together for you for just $499. But if you change nothing, nothing will change. Obviously, what you've been doing up to this point hasn't been working, or you wouldn't be here. There's a reason you're here right now, and it's time for change. But unless you put your left foot in front of the other, you ain't going to make more progress. And that's where you should be going right now, heading in the direction of that website. Link you see below should be in the chat. And again, that will help you get started, lock in your limited time access space. We have because by the time, hey, if you get there, it says sold out, it's sold out. There are limited seats. I want to make sure that when Monday rolls around, you're ready to go and you have everything you need to take this all the way. There is so much potential behind this. I know how this can impact lives. It's why I love doing this. I mean, again, said this earlier. I could retire and just keep all this to myself, just enjoy my motorbikes, travel the world like I do. But I really do enjoy sharing this. And I know how this can impact you. I know the changes this can make. I mean, think about it this way. I know this system works if you work it. And we're here to help you every step of the way. And if not this, then what? If not now, then when? You see, I said at the beginning of this, if I could show you a proven way that generates 5 to 10K or even 20K a month, or even 500 to 5K days without products, selling funnels, traffic, or customers, something that's 100% recession proof, and you can do this from your phone anywhere in the world, would you be interested? Well, the fact that you're still here tells me you are. But this is not an expense. Okay. I mean, heck, you're saving 50% on what other people are paying right now while you're on this session. But don't think of this as an expense. It's not like buying the latest iPhone X22. You know, this is an investment with an expected return. This is about being able to take money out of the markets at any time that you want to start turning it into an ATM, a real business. So you're going to get absolutely everything. The 3-day Rebel AI Masterclass, the 2 bonus days, the private Rebel Discord, the session transcripts, the Cliff Note guides for each session, the Ask Me Anything bonus session, additional seat for partner or spouse, plus 40, well, you actually get unlimited access to the replays because you're getting everything in one bundle. And when you put all that together, the main masterclass, the red carpet, the inner circle, the trifecta, the protocol, when you put all that together, that's worth $12,876. Again, you're getting it for a massive discount. Everyone else who's on this launch right now and they're buying from the main link and on one of these special little webinars, they're paying full price. You're being invited to get it for half that price. And again, that locks in your seat when there's limited seats available. Okay. I want to make sure you're in here, you're getting rocking and rolling. You've been invited by my good friend here to do this. And again, a little bit of an arm twist. And can we get a discount from my audience? Yeah, because I'm happy to teach anyone who's putting in the effort. That for me is so much more important. For those who say, yes, I want to learn, I have all the time in the world. And that's why I love these live masterclasses. So you get absolutely everything, the masterclass, the red carpet, the inner circle, the trifecta, and the profit protocol, everything in one amazingly discounted, seriously discounted bundle. All right, so what's your worst case scenario and what's your best case scenario? What do both of those look like 2 years from now? Okay, so the worst case scenario is doesn't work out. You spend 3 days learning a life-changing skill that can set you up for life, and you just in practice. Now, what if it works out like so many of our students? Well, it works out for the best. What car would you drive? Okay, what's your dream car? Actually, not a Tesla. Mine's more an Aston Martin Vantage, but you get the idea. Where would you travel? If you could just click your heels together and jump to another country, where would that be? What's the first place and destination come to mind? Send kids to college, pay off college debt of your own or what have you. Okay. What causes would you support? Which ones mean a lot to you? Where would you live? Where's your forever home? Would you just enjoy a little more time freedom, not worrying about getting up at the ass crack of dawn to go to a job or something like that? You see, success means different things to different people. For me, I come from a tiny island off the north of Scotland. There's not a lot going on. That island's only 2 miles by 15 miles. There's not a lot going on. But success, I'm very, I would say, fortunate and blessed. I don't want to sound arrogant, but I live a very comfortable life. Spend time with do it, yeah, spend a lot of time with the ones you love. Spend time doing what you want when you want, have the resources to do it. I mean, I love racing. I love my cars. I love traveling. I love doing all sorts of goofy stuff all over the world. I live in paradise. I was recently just in Singapore. Um, where that was. I support different charities. I love dog charities. I work with a few of those around the world. I can take a month off whenever the hell I want or do whatever I want. That's really what it's about. But could you do that? If you took a month off, what would happen in your life right now? Well, with this job, you build a business around your life, not trying to cram life around the business you have. Now, that's something I told myself many years ago, and it really was the catalyst for me retiring in paradise in my mid 40s. The question is, what would you do with your life? If you had a consistent, predictable stream of revenue, what would you do? Now, I'm going to give you an example here, and there's an analogy here. So, for example, for me, I want to learn how to race. Okay, now I'm 50 now, and this gentleman here didn't really speak a lot of English, but I had a big crash on that bike. I actually destroyed that bike, had to get it rebuilt. And this was before I really started learning and getting serious. So on there, you can see I've actually got full gear and everything else. But this guy, he's teaching me, he's a former racer, teaching me racing. I actually see that all behind me. That's what I was crashing into and destroying the bike. So anyway, I got the right gear, decided it was time to learn properly and find a mentor. Now, his name, in this case, was John. Now, this is, again, I'm learning a new skill. Not sure what I'm doing. I'm a bit dodgy at first. I bought my own bike so I didn't crash someone else's and started learning how to ride, getting to eat, practicing. Get your ass off your bike and knee down, get your lean on and everything else. It's what I'm learning. Brand new skill for me. Also, I have a Harley. I actually have 22, 23 motorbikes. It's my other nerd passion, if you will. So I took my Harley out on the racetrack as well, just to get a feel for the difference, messing around. But I wanted to learn, practice, I get better, I get faster, and very soon I'm on MotoGP circuits, racing, practicing. That's the Trade Canyon sponsored motorbike. So I have my own racing team and just basically getting better and better and getting faster and faster. And that's what this is all about. Starting from learning nothing, knowing nothing, and then practice, practice, practice. Now, again, that's the analogy. And that's what I love doing. That's my number one thing. So for you, what's your worst case scenario? What's your best case scenario? What would your life be if you could put all that in just a few photos? What's the one thing you want to do? What do each of these look like for 2 years from now for you? Is it worth the risk? I bloody well think so. See, the real reason people don't take action is they're afraid they're going to fail. They're worried that can they do it? It's not about the money. It's usually about that little voice in the back of your head. Well, the whole point of this masterclass is to prove to yourself you can do it without any risk. And that's what it's all about. So listen, go to the link you see below. This is early access before the sessions start next Monday, February 2nd. And you want to profit from the markets. You want real financial freedom. You want to live life on your terms and stack the deck in your favor. And if I lost absolutely everything, this is exactly what I would do to get it all back fast. But here's the thing. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight because I've already obviously got this working 24/7, 365. Okay, I can do this for anywhere in the world. I'm in Thailand. I'm 12 hours ahead of the markets. And I can do in the evening, just click, 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 set up, ready for the next day, and I'm done. That's what it's all about. Or, because it's in the evening here, I'll look at the markets when they're open after halfway watching a movie, click a couple of buttons, close the laptop, go back to my movie, cuddle up on the couch. It's all good. So I'm going to sleep like a baby, but if you walk away from this and someone else gets your seat in this because they took action, you hesitated, well, that's not cool. So here's what to do next. So go to the link below. You should see that in the chat as well. The scholarship pricing is already locked in. You can get started right now for $499. We start live on February 2nd at 11 a.m. Eastern. Obviously, you'll get a lot of emails with all your setup stuff, instructions, how to get into Discord, how to upgrade that to all the different levels. Pay attention to that email, by the way. And my team will be waiting on the other side to get you started. So if you're still here, it's because you're on the fence, and that's not comfortable. So when you get splinters in your ass, and that doesn't look good on anyone. All right. It's time to make a decision because others are right now. Others here next to you, or behind the screens, obviously elsewhere on the internet here, but you understand that other people are jumping in right now, taking the seats. The question is, are you going to sit there and let this slip by? You're going to go try and find another whiz-bang super genius AI tool, or do you want to invest and trade the infrastructure that's going from 7.5 billion to 3.68 trillion over the next 8 years? Okay, this is what it's all about. This is why I want this for you. And I'm here to show you exactly how to use, find, trade, and profit from AI, quantum computing, and everything else. That's what this is all about. It's an absolutely fantastic way to make money. It's so bloody simple when you get into it, when you understand it. And I can teach anyone this. That's what we're going to be doing starting Monday. So you see the link below. Go ahead and click that, get started, and let's rock. See, there's 3 questions I've got for you. I've got 3 questions. Why did you come to this training? Why did you come to this webinar? You obviously have an interest, but again, I can't take the action for you. I can't just like load it into your brain like the Matrix, you know. You got to show up. You got to turn up. Let me show you how to do this and let me help you get to where you want to be. Now, the other question is, why are you still here? What is stopping you taking action? Okay, if you're here, you haven't gone to the link or what have you, haven't signed up yet, go do so. It's very, very important. You've also got a limited time. By the time we're done here on this call, we're probably sold out. So what are you going to do about your why? What is your driving motivation right now? What is the thing that is trying to get you going and where you want to be? What do you want to do for you, your family, for your future? Where do you want to see yourself in a few years? We talked about that, but what is the core driver? What is your why? And what are you going to do about it to get there? You see, this is a vehicle. You've got a destination where you want to be. You obviously know where you are right now. This is the vehicle that gets you there. That's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you the keys to the vehicle. And I want to show you how this vehicle is going to get you to where you want to be. And then we can put this stuff in gear and get you there. Okay. So, like I said, seating is limited. If you go there and we're sold out, it is what it is. You're too late. But this is why I want you to do this right bloody now. And like I said, on the masterclass itself, you collect code every day. Someone is going to walk away with $1,000. I might even give some runners-up prizes of 500 and 250 or what have you. But we're going to discuss that at the end of the masterclass, how to win that, and then prize announcement. But yeah, someone's going to get $1,000. So you're going to get absolutely everything we've talked about, the entire masterclass, all the add-ons and bonuses in that. Plus the red carpet, the inner circle, the trifecta, and the profit protocol. That's a total value of $12,876. And you get it all for just $499. And there are some installment options as well. I want to make this accessible to everyone, but you got to get off your ass and do it. And if you're still here thinking about it, why? What is stopping you? What's going to happen in 30 days? 2 different scenarios. Within the next 30 days, you could already be paper trading and practicing your brand new business, seeing the success rate, proving to yourself it's working, and learn a new skill that will pay you for the rest of your life. Or you'll be 30 days out from now, clicking on random emails, hoping the next AI whiz bang software is going to make you incredibly rich, blindfolded. Uh, you know, there's going to be a Lambo appearing in your driveway in the next 3 minutes and all that other bullshit. Or you can have a real system that has been proven for the last 26 years, applied to a growing and burgeoning industry and a hidden industry that can pay you for the rest of your life. There's two different scenarios, you know. And if you don't take action, well, obviously someone's going to get that vehicle to take them to where they want to be, or you're left struggling on the couch. I don't want that for anyone. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm taking my time to share this with you live starting Monday. So go sign up now, and that's that. So, okay, going to stop now. I appreciate your time and attention. However, if you just joined, I do want to stick around and tell you what's going to happen next. For everyone else, thank you for your time and attention, and I trust you got a lot out of this. Go to the link you see below, and let's get you started. All right, so for everyone else who's joined, thank you. Welcome to the family. It's going to be great to have you on the training. Now, going to be a couple of things for you. First one is you're going to get all the links for the masterclass. It's the same link every day. That's the main thing. And on the thank you page, you'll see a thing about getting into Discord. That's very important. And then there's going to be, a little form below there, which will be how to upgrade your Discord access to get all the other channels, the Red Carpet, the Inner Circle, Trifecta, the Profit Protocol, and all the resources for those. Again, all of those are in Discord. So you have to create your account and then upgrade it, activate that. And then you'll get, like I said, linked with all the Zoom access. And then we're ready on Monday to absolutely kick ass, take names, and get started. So, again, thank you for your time and attention, everybody. Quick reminder, again, this is everything you get, all the foundation, the 3-day masterclass, the 2 bonus days, the Rebel AI Discord, the transcripts, the Cliff Notes, the Ask Me Anything session, an additional seat for your partner, spouse, for team member, for your kids, whatever. Okay, you get 2 seats for the price of 1, and unlimited access to all the recordings because you have all of the upgrades: the Rebel, the Red Carpet, the Inner Circle, the Trifecta, and the Profit Protocol. Everything all in one mega bundle. Go get started now. Go to that link below. I'll see you on the other side. All right. Thanks a lot. Take care. Rock and roll.